Day by day keeps you in...
Fences for the opening event. Just about set. Wild Native the rails. Racing, and they jumped all right. Bit slow, Diamond Scene, Dead End and Sing for Supper. They approached the first shortly. Misty Leap was away well with Wild Native and also Lapsang the Builder and Ring of Peace as they go over the first. Rotomark King midfield. Budapest back about fourth last with Dead End, Lazy River, Sing for Supper and 2 to Diamond Scene. Now they've got 5 to jump in the straight the first time, and Wild Native jumps it clearly in front, a length and a half to Misty Leap, Sing for Supper. A little bit wider on the track, Ring of Peace, 2 lengths away, Lapsang, Rotomark King over the second. Then the other grey, the Builder, a length and a half then to Diamond Scene with Dead End, Budapest and Lazy River. At the third in the straight, and Ring of Peace the outside, Wild Native the inside. Misty Leap jumped that quite slowly. A length further back, Sing for Supper. 1 away to Lapsang on the outside, and about 4 or 5 then to the Builder, Rotomark King. A length further back then to Dead End on its inside, Budapest, Lazy River, Diamond Scene. At the last in front of the stand, and Wild Native is giving a dashing display. They're in 3 sections at the moment. It's Wild Native and Ring of Peace, about 10 lengths Misty Leap, Sing for Supper, Lapsang. Another 8 lengths Rotomark King, the Builder. 1 to Dead End on the outside, on the fence Budapest, a length and a half to Diamond Scene, and Lazy River the outside. Over the first along the riverside, and it's Wild Native about a length and a half to 2 lengths in front of Ring of Peace. He's trying to get off the track as he often does. A length then to Misty Leap, 3 lengths to Sing for Supper over the next. 4 or 5 to Lapsang, another 2 or 3 to Dead End, a length and a half to the Builder. On its inside, Rotomark King at the next. Back third last is Budapest, Lazy River, and on the fence last of all, Diamond Scene. No casualties as they come to the next, and Wild Native's allowed to run, and he's out 6 or 7 lengths in front of Misty Leap. A length away, Ring of Peace, about 3 to Sing for Supper. I reckon 10 or 12 lengths to Lapsang, 2 to Dead End the Builder as they leave the course and go out to the steeplechase track again. Then a length further back to Budapest behind the Builder from Rotomark King, Lazy River, and 2 lengths away last of all, Diamond Scene. At the Abattoirs treble, and Wild Native about 4 lengths in front of Misty Leap over this one, and Sing for Supper improving sharply third. 6 or 7 lengths Ring of Peace, and then another 10 to Lapsang over the second of the treble. Further back, Dead End and the Builder, who made a mess of that as Wild Native jumps the third of the treble, and Sing for Supper's going well second. Diamond Scene and Budapest are giving the leader about half a furlong, and 2 to Rotomark King. Wild Native allowed to steady a little by 4 to Sing for Supper, and they're 5 to Misty Leap, and the rest look out of it at the moment. It's 15 or 20 lengths away, Dead End, about 3 then to Lapsang. Budapest starting to get a hurry on as Wild Native jumped that all right for Sing for Supper and Misty Leap. The Builder well back with Rotomark King, and there is a casualty. Dead End's Ring of Peace has come down at that fence. Boy looks to be all right. 2 to jump. Wild Native's 4 or 5 in front of Sing for Supper. He jumped it all right. 10 lengths to Misty Leap, about 3 lengths away. Dead End running on pretty well. And then a gap to Lapsang and Lazy River. Wild Native leads into the straight with 1 to jump, about 2 lengths. Sing for Supper's moved up quickly though. 15 lengths away behind them, Dead End, Misty Leap and Lapsang. They come to the last, and Sing for Supper's moved up alongside Wild Native. Wild Native has fallen at the last. Sing for Supper's got it one. The boy tried to remount on Wild Native, but he didn't have any luck, and Sing for Supper's left about 20 lengths in front of Dead End the Builder. Rotomark King's running home well and will get a place, and behind them Lapsang. But Sing for Supper, he's had over 100 starts and never won at Flemington, but he's going to today. Dead End second, running on strongly Rotomark King. That's a very good trial for later in the year. Then the Builder, Lapsang. Then behind those, Lazy River, Misty Leap. Further back on the field, Budapest, who never got into it from Diamond Scene, and the 2 to 4, Wild Native, who fell at the last when he looked certain to run second, and Ring of Peace. Now both jockeys are okay. Well, Sing for Supper's had 112 starts today, and I'm just about certain he's never won at Flemington, but he has today. Right, $40 and $1.45. Dead End $140, Rotomark King $190, Quinella $28.70, and the trifecta $636.80. Could see a good start here. Away they go. Jumped all right, a bit slow, Cool Rocking Daddy and Mr. Impertinent, and also Kingfield Flyer. Away quickly as expected, Vo Rogue with War Correspondent. Beyond Thunderdome began well, and Vuora trapped out a bit deep, and Priceless Prince going quickly with Mill Trooper reigning supreme. Beat that midfield as they settle with Scammell on the inside, Emotional Issue and Superior Way, Mr. Impertinent, Kingfield Flyer. Sly Habit inside, Kenny Singh from In For A Penny. Crucidium's back third last with Jots, and a length and a half away in last placing is Cool Rocking Daddy. Going up towards the 1400, and Vo Rogan, his favourite role by 2 or 3 lengths from War Correspondent, and a half length away on the outside is Beyond Thunderdome it is, and then on the fence Priceless Prince. About 2 lengths further back on the field then to Vuor on the outside of Reigning Supreme. Mill Trooper outside Scammell. Pace is solid here, it's going to suit the stayer. Superior Way outside Mr. Impertinent, Emotional Issue. 2 lengths further back on the field then to Kingfield Flyer with Beat That on its outside. Another 2 lengths further back to Sly Habit, Kenny Singh. Crucidium will want to be pretty good, he's back third last In For A Penny, Cool Rocking Daddy and Jots. Vo Rogue allowed to really run at the 800, leads 4 or 5 lengths. War Correspondent and Priceless Prince been hurried up. 2 or 3 then to Reigning Supreme. Mill Trooper starting to improve. Scammell's had a good run on the inside. Mr. Impertinent starting to hook out, an Emotional Issue and Vuor in that bunch of horses, and Kingfield Flyer travelling all right from Superior Way, and well back Crucidium into the straight. Vo Rogue's got a big lead, he's 3 or 4 to War Correspondent. Priceless Prince is under pressure further back on the field. Vuor, Mill Trooper, Mr. Impertinent, Kingfield Flyer and Crucidium, but Vo Rogue 6 in front at the distance from War Correspondent. Crucidium, Superior Way and Sly Habit with a late run. This is going to walk in Vo Rogue. He's about 6 or 7 to War Correspondent, Sly Habit and Crucidium, but a brilliant front running display by Vo Rogue. He's 6 in front. Sly Habit's running on well with Crucidium and War Correspondent. Vo Rogue wins 8 lengths. Gee, it's tight second, third and fourth. Sly Habit out wide maybe from War Correspondent, Crucidium. Kingfield Flyer, Cool Rocking Daddy made up ground, Mr. Impertinent. Superior Way, Mill Trooper, Beat That In For A Penny, Jots, then Vuora, Reigning Supreme, Emotional Issue, Beyond Thunderdome. One of the last to finish, Priceless Prince and Kenny Singh. Vo Rogue 270, 115. Sly Habit 345, War Correspondent 120. Quinella 62.45 on 3 and 10. Trifecta $882.60.
Carpstad. And I was a little bit concerned to see Carpstad was sweating up a bit on the way to the barrier. So it's going to be a very interesting race.
Tulloch in 57, Winona Girl 60. Not quite spelt correctly, but we'll forgive anyone. Vane in 69, Grosvenor 82, True Version and Symbolico. And in Symbolico, of course, never raced again after that.
No, and his trainer, Tommy Hughes, is trying to bring up 2 in a row with Bronx Bomber in this.
Very good horse. We'll be giving them a start, but running on most strongly. Light on. Racing. And they jumped away pretty well. Spacecraft, one of the last early. Away quickly, Mighty Dear, Twining, Carpstad, Rancho Ruler will be ridden with a sit. Bronx Bomber surprisingly in front of him from Spacecraft. Well back through the field then is Celtic Spirit, and Swift Invite in front of it from Ma Wong as they settle down in Mount Buller. No pace on, and Twining leads. Carpstad is pulling hard early. A length the Mighty Deer on the fence. Next would be Bronx Bomber, and a head away on the outside Swift Invite, and Rancho Ruler surprisingly back midfield from Ma Wong, Celtic Spirit. Spacecraft second last, and Mount Buller last of all. Carpstad comes off the rail at the 800, and Twining led 3/4 to Carpstad, Bronx Bomber, Mighty Deer. Out wide Swift Invite, Rancho Ruler cuddled up from Ma Wong, Celtic Spirit, a length to Spacecraft, Mount Buller. On the turn at the 600, the only filly in the field, Twining led a length. Carpstad's cruising behind it. A length further back on the field of Bronx Bomber, Rancho Ruler, Mighty Deer, Swift Invite and Mount Buller. In the straight, Twining led, Carpstad being nursed. A length to Bronx Bomber, and on the outside of it then is Mighty Deer. Rancho Ruler's giving them too big a start, I reckon. Carpstad's taken the lead going to the distance from Twining, Mighty Deer and Bronx Bomber. Carpstad's got a good lead. He's a length in front of Mighty Deer. Rancho Ruler late from Bronx Bomber. Clark riding hard. Carpstad in front. Rancho Ruler second. Close for third. Bronx Bomber or Mighty Deer. Then Ma Wong behind them. Twining, Celtic Spirit. Third last Swift Invite, Mount Buller and Spacecraft. Carpstad $1.55 for the place. Rancho Ruler 65, Mighty Deer 265, Quinella 135, Trifecta 29.20 on the Sires Produce Stakes. Now they settle. Racing, jump well, baptised slow as you can see. Thompson had to restrain him after the start. A lot of them went to the outside and then sort of changed their minds. Mahogany Road coming out wide with Aquilone, Captain Palace and Hallstrong. Yorick's keen to come to the outside, and on the fence showing good speed, it's Coalpack right up there with Singing Wonder and Mahogany Row and Sovereign Dagger. Behind those horses, Black Charleston with Rocky Matt and Smurfy showing speed with Baptised Celso. Longwood Lad well back through the field with Bulgara, Gourmet Prince and Alien Prince. Out wide, Mahogany Road just leads about a half to Aquilone, a length and a half Captain Palace Yorick. 3 to Hallstrong on the fence, Singing Wonder. Coalpack moves up with Smurfy. Black Charleston, Baptised and Rocky Mac taking a split from Celso. Out wide, Mahogany Row and Aquilone on the inside. Rocky Mac and Coalpack. Black Charleston looking to get through. Outside, Aquilone, Captain Palace and Mahogany Row. Rocky Mac under the whip on the fence. The outside maybe just in front, Aquilone with Rocky Mac on the inside. They're going to hit it wide apart. Aquilone out wide wins. Tight for second and third, Mahogany Row and Rocky Mac from Captain Palace. Flashing up Celso. Behind those horses would have been Coalpack and Black Charleston, Gourmet Prince, Longwood Lad, Bulgara. Then Sovereign Dagger with Singing Wonder, Alien Prince and Baptised. And one of the last to finish would have been Longwood Lad and Hallstrong in front of those. In the fourth of Brian Courtney, Aquilone 9, 10 and 240, Mahogany Row 175, Captain Palace $1.50. The Quinella was $47.10, the trifecta $559.20, and the extra double was $43.10. It was race 4 today. Wait for the light. One of the jocks says, hang on, hang on, hang on. Light, go. Show of Flowers just a bit slow. Glory Days began well. English Charm very slow. Must have missed it half a dozen lengths or so. Top of the Silks drops out as always with Cropley Road. Evandale Star's going to lead early. Our Draw comes up to second. Princess Calabrina, Fashion Fun, Glory Days. Shackle Handy. Show of Flowers on the inside. Laylam on the inside next to Flaming Wonder. Tristanella trapped a bit deep and Happy View. Inchadonny well back. Born a Lady ridden behind and Sudenham missed back fourth last with Cropley Road, top of the Silks and English Charm. Pace not all that quick, and Princess Calabrina leads about a length. Fashion Fun at the 1,000. One away, Our Draw. Semi-an Angel with a lovely run. Shackles 3 deep, but travelling all right. Evandale Star the inside and Glory Days the centre, and then Tristanella 3 deep. Flaming Wonder going well. Show of Flowers on the inside from Happy View. Cropley Road, Laylam, Sudenham missed Born a Lady. Top of the Silk second last, and English Charm with them in. Before the turn at the 700, and Princess Calabrina a half. Fashion Fun, Semi-an Angel travelling beautifully. Our Draw, Glory Days, Tristanella. Shackle nice and handy, as I said, a length further back then to Inchadonny. Evandale Star looking to get out, and further back to Laylam and Cropley Road. In the straight, Fashion Fun took the lead from Princess Calabrina. Semi-an Angel, Shackle winding up from Flaming Wonder, and then Laylam. Fashion Fun's kicked away about a length and a half, Princess Calabrina. Then Semi-an Angel, Shackle struggling. Laylam's coming with a good run. Fashion Fun in front, Semi-an Angel out after it, and Flaming Wonder late. Semi-an Angel goes up the Fashion Fun and takes the lead, the toppy, and it's Clark again. Flaming Wonder a nose in front of Laylam for second and third. Shackle next, Fashion Fun, Sudenham Miss, Princess Calabrina, then Show of Flowers, Evandale Star, Happy View, Cropley Road, Tristanella. Top of the Silks in front of those from Glory Days, Our Draw, English Charm, Inchadonny and Born a Lady. An Angel 330, 105 in the Cuny. Flaming Wonder 195, Laylam 375, Quinella 2370, and the trifecta $1,988 even on 1, 5 and 18. Horse to watch for the Australian Cup is Bone Crusher. At Avondale on the 28th of February, he won over 1,625 metres. This was his first win since the Cox Plate. In between time, he'd been sick in Japan, had come back to Victoria, had been trained and then sent to New Zealand. Ran fourth in the Lion Brown in Australian record time behind Curia Bay, and then was able to win over 1,600. A magnificent horse, so's at Talac. I can't wait for that race. It'll be terrific. Let's go down and join. It's $1.35 at Talac. $36 Dynasty Prince, Eye of the Sky 28, Fox Hill $7.55, Keepers $32.80, Bone Crusher 85 cents, I'm a Red Man 10.50, Cellustrious 61.80, Celtic Air 13.15, Scratch Kenny Lass, and Travel Light is $12.10. And you've been mingling today. I haven't had a chance to. Man, you've seen at Talac all the way through his career, and he looked on the way to the barrier as good as Colin Hayes could make him.
I don't think he can be any better, Brian. He looks magnificent, though, Bone Crusher. Certainly going to be, I think, a two-horse war. And it's the one that has the drop on the other, I think, that'll be able to just worry the other one out of the prize. But it's going to be interesting in about 15 seconds. I think you'll be starting to get the nerves going there.
Leilani in 75, what a great mare. Lord Dudley, the stablemate. It's all Bart Cummings, Ming Dynasty, Ming Dynasty. And then, of course, Colin Hayes, Dulcify Bit, Manicato and Family of Man in the greatest of the Australian Cups in 79. Hyperno in 81. Collins won 3 of them. Playful Princess in 86. And here comes Fox Seal and then Travel Light, and they'll be on their way. Sun shining, and that's appropriate because it's been overcast today, but it should shine on horses like Bone Crusher and At Talac. Travel Light about to come up. At Talac's drawn the fence. Dynasty Prince 2. He'll go quickly early along with Celtic Air. In goes Travel Light. They're ready for the Australian Cup. Stand well. Wait for the light. On, racing. At Talac just missed it a shade. I'm a Red Man away well. Bone Crusher got away with them. Keepers last. Fox Hill second last. Dynasty Prince restrained. Celtic Air leads At Talac on settling down. So illustrious I'm a Red Man and Bone Crusher nice and handy. A length eye of the sky. Dynasty Prince, Travel Light, Fox Hill the inside and Keepers the outside. No real speed on. And Celtic Air by 2 lengths. At Talac the rail. The stablemates illustrious the outside. A length and a half. I'm a Red Man. Bone Crusher's nice and handy, 5th the outside, one away Dynasty Prince. Further back on the outside, Eye of the Sky, Travel Light, Fox Hill and Keepers. They're going slowly at the 1400. And Celtic Air a length to At Talac and Illustrious. Bone Crusher settled all right. I'm a Red Man pulling. Travel Light 3 deep around the outside of Eye of the Sky. Dynasty Prince the inside, a length away to Keepers and a half to Fox Hill. 1200 to go in the Cup, and Celtic Air about a half Illustrious, and Bone Crusher's moved up on the outside of At Talac. 1 length away, Eye of the Sky, I'm a Red Man on the rail, and Travel Light 3 deep. A length and a half to Dynasty Prince, a half to Keepers, and 1 to Fox Hill. It'll be a sprint home at the 900. Celtic Air 3/4 Illustrious, and At Talac the inside. Bone Crusher didn't go when Travel Light went around him. A length further back, I'm a Red Man, Eye of the Sky, then Keepers, Dynasty Prince, and 2 to Fox Hill. Before the turn, Illustrious moves up to join Celtic Air at the 600. At Talac comes off the rail. Bone Crusher looking to get out, and Travel Light. 1 to Eye of the Sky, I'm a Red Man, Dynasty Prince, Keepers, Fox Hill into the straight, and Illustrious runs off, and At Talac takes the run, and Bone Crusher has to bullock his way through. Then Celtic Air and Travel Light. At Talac took the lead from Illustrious. I'm a Red Man. Bone Crusher's under pressure but winding up. At Talac kicks Bone Crusher out after him. Then Illustrious and I'm a Red Man. At Talac's going strongly. Bone Crusher's under the whip. At Talac's a length and a quarter in front. He's got him beaten, I think. Now Bone Crusher comes at him. At Talac a half in front. Bone Crusher goes to him. They hit it. At Talac's one of the nose from Bone Crusher. What a race. Then Fox Hill and I'm a Red Man. Illustrious and Dynasty Prince from Travel Light. Keepers was behind those horses with Celtic Air and Eye of the Sky. What a go. Magnificent ride by M. Clark. They've run 5 seconds slower than Vo Rogue ran today, and gee, I said At Talac a nose. It is a dead set bob of the head.
It's a desperate finish.
Oh, maybe Bone Crusher.
I said, I'm glad you said it.
Oh,
mate.
it's nothing in it.
And I said before to somebody, I said, I hope I'm not the judge when it happens, but
I hope it's a dead heat.
it's pretty close.
What do you think, Des? You've
Well,
seen more than me. You think Bone Crusher?
No, I just think that At Talac's just lasted, but it's very close. Very, very close. I've got to go along with you, but by Jove, don't get up if you're on Bone Crusher.
What a race. It lived up to everything we wanted. Number 6 has got up, Bone Crusher. He has got up.
Unbelievable.
The crowd has erupted. I apologise, New Zealand. I apologise, Australia.
So do I.
I've said At Talac and I'm wrong. What a run. What a race.
Well, anybody that saw the finish, Bruce, would have to go along with you. You can't be right. I mean, that was unreal. You can't be helped.
It was a magnificent
I backed
goal.
up anyway.
Well, Clark had got for home. I thought he had it won at the furlong. Bone Crusher was under pressure. At Talac was getting for home. So illustrious. It was a sit sprint. Stewart had to really ask Bone Crusher. At Talac, his hands and heels. Clark Stewart's under the whip. Desi,
Yeah.
ride them in the last furlong.
Well, there they go into the last furlong, and you'd say that at Tallack, he's just got that little bit. You know he won't sort of weaken, and you think that what you say, I thought the Bone Crusher wasn't going to get to him, and then they got down a little bit further. He's still got a length and a half to make up on him, and he's under extreme pressure here, and now he's going to him in the last about 40 metres now, and they're getting on terms, but I still didn't think, honestly, that he got to him. But right on the line, the bob of the head. Look, there it goes, the bob. I'd still reckon At Tallack's won it myself.
65 and 55. 65 for At Tallack. $1.50 for I'm a Red Man.
Well, it's a great race, wasn't it?
It was a fantastic race. I'm not going to talk for a minute. We want this horse to come back, and let's just listen to the reception. The gate for him, and for the first and maybe the last time, Big Red walks up the Flemington Straight. And who says that they don't love a champion? And appropriately, At Tallack's not far behind him. So Bone Crusher, who has come to Australia in the last 12 months, he's won the Tancred, the Derby, he's won the Caulfield Stakes, the Underwood Stakes, the Cox Plate, and maybe in one of his greatest performances, he's been able to wear At Tallack down. Officially third, by the way, we've got to tell you that, is I'm a Red Man. Fourth is Fox Seal, and fifth is Illustrious. But here they go, Des. At Tallack. Clark still hasn't spent all his chips, has he? He's just waited and waited.
No. He's tried to ride him as best he can. Now he can see something, and he knows it's that Bone Crusher's wide bridle. So he's gone for him, and he's hoping he can see it out. But no, it's not to be, but it's only still the bob of the head, and one's up. Down Bone Crusher, down Bone Crusher, down right on the line, see?
Thanks for joining us, New Zealand. And this is a fantastic scene at Flemington. The Bone Crusher comes back to scale, and a huge crowd comes around the mounting yard. The horse who's won more than $1.5 million in prize money has won his last 6 Group 1 races. There's Sean Ritchie, been talked about as the modern-day Tommy Woodcock. Gary Stewart, the first horse ever to be sponsored by a public company, running for that company and his owners today. After today, it's the Rawson Stakes, then it's the Tancred, and then he takes on the World and the Eclipse Stakes, the King George VI, Arlington Million, and the Japan Cup. Des, you've seen some beauties. You've seen them all. You've seen them all back to Far Lap. He's got to be one of the best.
Well, he's a pretty good horse. There's no doubting that. It was a leisurely run race early, and actually he was disadvantaged. At Tallack had the good run on the rails. This horse was 2 or 3 wide, but he knew that he's such a big strider, he probably wanted to be out there. But on the point of the turn, you could see that Bone Crusher was being crowded, and I thought that Gary Stewart was getting into a little bit of trouble there. Travel Light had gone round and taken a bit of a move up there, and you know, it was one of those things. But anyway, there he is. He's won by a short half whisker.
Let's take a break, come back and have the presentation after a magnificent Australian Cup. Australian Cup, Bone Crusher 65 and 55, At Tallack 65, I'm a Red Man 150, the Quinella 65 cents on 6 and 1, trifecta $6.45 on 6, 1 and 7. Productivity.